Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we crack open financial documents to see what is really going on behind the corporate curtain. Today we're diving into an update from CPG Carlyle Commitments Fund, LLC, and let's just say there is a director shakeup and a new player in town to talk about. So this document is essentially an amended registration statement. Think of it as the company updating its official profile with the government. It's all about keeping their registration current under the Investment Company Act of 1940. This particular filing is an amendment, specifically amendment number 24, for the CPG Carlyle Commitments Fund LLC. Now, according to this, interests in the fund are not being sold to the general public. This is a private placement, meaning only accredited investors who meet certain income or net worth requirements can buy in. The document makes it very clear this is not an offer to sell, just a filing to keep things legal. The company is registered as a closed-end fund. This means it has a fixed number of shares, unlike open-end funds, where shares are constantly being created or redeemed. This filing is a supplement to a confidential memo from April 2024. Supplements are used to update or clarify information previously provided, and this one tells us about a couple of key changes. The big news here is a change in who is helping them sell their units, known as the placement agent, and the addition of a new independent director to their board. So, as of the 18th of September 2025, Macquarie Capital USA Inc. is the new placement agent. This means they'll be the ones actively trying to find investors for the Fund S units. This placement agent is an affiliate of the fund's investment advisor, which is Macquarie Wealth Advisors, and is part of the larger Macquarie Group. They are expected to use their best efforts to sell the fund's shares. Now, let's look at the new board member, Mark Goldstein, who is 60 years old, has been appointed as an independent director, and his term is indefinite, starting in October of 2025. Table TRTD name, age, address and Burai position S with fund, fundy DTD term of Burai office, and Burai length of Burai time, served FETI DTD principal occupation. S Burai during past 5 years. During past 5 years, ITDTD number of Burai portfolios. In Bur Complex Burai, overseen Burai. By Director 70D TD other directorships, BRI trusteeships held by BRI director outside BRI fund. Complex 70D Thiwar TD independent director CDTUR TD Mark Goldstein. 60 BRI CEO Macquarie Asset Management BRI 6. 65th Avenue N. Wayboro, New York 10,103 BRI Director FDDTD term. Indefinite BRI length since October 2025 50 DTD General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer Arnhold LLC 2022. Present Special Counsel. Katten Muchin Rosenman 2017 to 2022. TDTD 10, TDTD none TDTI TTI Twi Table Goldstein. S main gig for the past 5 years includes being General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer for Arnhold LLC, and before that he was Special Counsel at a law firm called Katten Muchin Rosenman. This means he has a strong background in legal and compliance matters within the asset management world. He will oversee 10 portfolios within the fund complex. Scroll Mark Goldstein. Mr. Goldstein has over 25 years of experience in various legal and compliance roles in the asset management industry. Scroll looking at his background in more detail. Mr. Goldstein brings over 25 years of experience. He has been General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer at Arnhold LLC, and previously held similar roles at First Eagle Investment Management. He even started his career at the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, as an enforcement attorney. That is quite the resume for an independent director. Scroll Mark Goldstein Brew, none brew over $100,000 sub in scroll. Now, regarding his investment in the fund itself, as of the 30th of June 2025, Mr. Goldstein held no equity securities of this specific fund. However, he holds over $100,000 in equity securities of other investment companies within the same fund complex. This suggests a significant stake in the broader operations managed by the same group. Scroll Mark Goldstein Brew, none scroll. And about director compensation for the fiscal year ending the 31st of March, 2025. Mark Goldstein received no compensation from the fund or the fund complex, which makes sense as he only became an independent director in September 2025. Scrollatum 25. Financial statements and exhibits. Scroll under the other information section, we see references to exhibits. These are basically the supporting documents for everything the company does. Table TRTD2. TDTD exhibits ITDTRTRTD A, One CDTD certificate of formation is incorporated by reference to Exhibit A, 1 of the registration statement on Form N-2 Reg. Number 811 to 22,763, filed on the 30th of October 2012, the registration statement, TDTRTRTD H1, THI-DDD form of placement agency agreement. FIDI-TD-TR tree table, we see references to exhibits like the Certificate of Formation, which is like the company S birth certificate, and various forms of agreements, including the Placement Agency Agreement. Many of these are incorporated by reference from previous filings, meaning they have been filed before and the company is just referring back to them. Scroll the audited financial statements of each of the registrant and CPG Carlyle Commitments Master Fund, LLC for the fiscal year ended the 31st of March 2025, including the reports of the registrants and CPG Carlyle Commitments Master Fund, LLC's independent registered public accounting firm, and the unaudited financial statements of each of the registrant and CPG Carlyle Commitments Master Fund, LLC for the semi-annual period ended the 30th of September 2024, are incorporated by reference to the registrant's annual report and semi-annual report. Respectively, Syscroll the filing also points to the audited financial statements for the year ending the 31st of March 2025 and unaudited statements for the period ending the 30th of September 2024. These are important for understanding the Fund's financial health, but they are incorporated from other reports, meaning we would need to look at those specific annual and semi-annual reports for the actual numbers. Scrollatum 29. Number of holders of securities as of the 30th of June 2025, Fizcroll as of the 30th of June 2025. The fund reported having 2831 holders for its Class A units and 2036 holders for its Class I units. This gives us an idea of the investor base size for each class of unit. Scroll Bithamisen Alex Lee Bro. Alex Lee Bro President Scroll finally. The document is signed by Alex Lee, who holds the position of President for CPG Carlyle Commitments Fund, LLC. Now, let us unpack what all of this really means. The appointment of a new placement agent, Macquarie Capital USA Inc., signals an active effort to bring in more investors. Given their affiliation with the investment advisor, this is a strategic move to leverage existing relationships and expertise. The addition of Mark Goldstein to the board is also significant. With his extensive legal and compliance background, including experience at the SEC, he brings a crucial layer of oversight and regulatory understanding. This is particularly important for a publicly registered investment fund, even one that operates through private placements. It suggests a focus on ensuring robust governance and adherence to regulations. The fact that he is not heavily invested in this specific fund, but has significant holdings in other parts of the fund complex might indicate his role is more about governance and strategic oversight rather than direct day-to-day operational investment decisions within this particular vehicle. It is about bringing an independent perspective. While we do not have the hard financial numbers directly in this filing, its purpose is to update the regulatory filings. The references to other reports and exhibits, like the financial statements and various agreements, tell us that the underlying operations and financial performance would be detailed in those separate documents. For anyone looking to invest or understand the fund's performance, those reference filings are where the real financial meat would be. In conclusion, this amendment to the registration statement highlights strategic moves by CPG Carlyle Commitments Fund, LLC, to bolster its investor outreach with a new placement agent, and to strengthen its board governance with an experienced independent director. It underscores a commitment to regulatory compliance and a structured approach to growth, even within its private placement model. What are your thoughts on these changes? Do you think a new placement agent and an experienced director will move the needle for CPG Carlyle Commitments Fund, LLC? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.